Hi, this is Lucia with The Art of Love. I'm a dating and relationship expert specializing in helping you get your ex back. And welcome back, No Contact Army. Have you downloaded our app Silencio to help you stay in no contact? The link is below this video. And if you have downloaded it, we would really appreciate if you would give a rating and a review in the App Store. And if you too would like to join the No Contact Army, it's very simple. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button and the bell notification and you're in. And to read the No Contact Army manual, go to nocontactsecrets.com where you can read 2 free chapters before purchasing the book. And of course, the link for that is also underneath this video. This week, I want to talk about the text from your ex that you should always respond to, with, of course, a few exceptions. There's always exceptions. And I found this out by mistake, but luckily I found out. So let me explain first what happened, and then I will tell you about the text that you always need to respond to. So I was talking to this guy on a dating app, and we had decided to meet. So we picked a date and a time. And in the days leading up to the date, he was very excited to meet me. And he had tried to meet me beforehand at the last minute for coffee. I said, no, I'm sorry, I'm not available. He just seemed very excited, texting every day. And he even said, of all the people I'm talking to, you're the one I'm most excited to meet. And it's like, well, how many people are you talking to? It could be 2. It's like, oh, okay, of the 2 people I'm talking to, you're the one I'm most excited. Maybe he was talking to 10. I don't know. But so everything seemed very good leading up to it, right? You know there's something coming up. So the day of the date, we were texting as usual. To me, something seemed a little off. I'm able to pick up energy and vibrations via text. But I didn't want to be paranoid. So I'm like, no, I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. An hour before the date, he messages me and says, I'm so sorry. I can't meet you today. Wow. You could have knocked me over with a feather. Of all the people that I would have never expected to cancel a date, he would have been that one person. So you just never know. So I gave my usual response in such circumstances, the response that you should give if someone breaks up with you, cancels a date at the last minute, something like that. And that was, wow, ... Okay. So with the wow, you're like, really? You're really doing this? Like, you got to be kidding me. Are you crazy? And then, okay, if that's what you want, that's what you get. And I vowed to never speak to him again. Okay? So fast forward a month. On a Friday night, who should message me but yes, our little disappearing friend. And when I saw that he had messaged me, and by the way, this was on Snap, so I couldn't see what the message was, I immediately thought to myself, all right, I'm not answering, but obviously I want to know what the message says. So I waited several hours. I think I responded the next day. And when I saw the message, I was like, oh no, oh no, I can't ignore this message. I have to respond to this. Darn it, I have to respond. Now, what do you think this message is? Do you think it's that he poured his heart out? No, I wouldn't respond to that. No. Unfortunately, or fortunately, the message was, hi, do you hate me? Now, why did I have to respond to this, and why do you have to respond to this? Because hate is a very strong word. It's not often that you hate someone or something. And it's also kind of an ego boost. It's like, wow, I affected her so much. She was so into me that when I canceled, now she hates me. I'm so important to her. She hates me. So I didn't want him walking around thinking that he was that big a deal for me that I would hate him when we hadn't even met. I didn't hate him. I just didn't want to have anything else to do with him. So I thought, no, I can't have him walking around thinking that I hate him. So I responded and I said, no, why would I hate you? and he didn't respond. Now, a little backstory here. What I think happened, because as I said, this was on Snapchat, and you can see the previews of their snaps on Snapchat, and he had posted something right around the time he messaged me, so it's not a coincidence, and it said, "Why would you cheat on me when you know I could do 10 times worse? Shouldn't it be 10 times better? I can do 10 times better than you?" I don't know. Anyway, so what I think happened is that whoever he was seeing instead of me, that's what you get when you don't see me, was cheating or cheated, and he just found out. And so he needed some validation. He needed an ego stroke. He needed to see if people from the past were still interested in him. I mean, he could have sent that message. Well, not maybe that message, but he could have contacted several people from the past, and I happened to be one of them, or maybe I was the only one. Who knows? So that's what I think spurred his desire to ask if I hated him. So as I said, he didn't respond for 3 days, and then I posted a picture on my Snap, and he commented and he said, "Gorgeous." And I ignored that to let him know that, yeah, I don't hate you, but I also don't want to have anything else to do with you. And then about 10 days later, he just said, "Hi." And I did not respond to that. So I think he got the message now that, no, I don't hate you, but I'm also not interested in seeing you or being in touch with you. And the reason for that is because when he canceled, if he had said the reason for him needing to cancel and then asked to reschedule, that would have been different. Of course, I understand things come up. Or if he had just said, "Oh, I'm so sorry, something's come up," and he had wanted to reschedule, that would have been acceptable too. But with no explanation and no attempt to reschedule, there was no need to ever speak to him again. So the only time you wouldn't respond to this would be obviously if they did something really bad, like they cheated on you, they stole money, they caused you to lose your job, whatever, something really bad. Because it would be weird if they cheated on you and then they say, "Do you hate me?" And you go, "No, why would I hate you?" Of course. Well, you may not hate them, but you really don't want to speak to them right now. So no, if you're in that type of situation, of course you don't respond to this. But otherwise, always respond to this text, especially if you took your ex for granted or you cheated on them. And keep in mind, though, that sometimes when your ex reaches out, not just with this statement, but in general, sometimes it's just for the validation and the ego stroke. And the thing is, you won't know that that is the reason until you respond, and then they don't respond. So in this case, it took him 3 days to respond. If he was interested in seeing me again and repairing things, he would have responded a lot sooner, probably right away, because he would have been happy that I had said, "No, I don't hate you," and he would have started to make plans to try to see me again, or at least start talking, but he didn't. So it was mainly for the ego stroke and the validation, and now he's trying to see if he can at least talk to me again, but he's gotten the message that, yeah, that's not going to happen, okay? So what do you think? Do you agree with me that if your ex texts you, "Hi, do you hate me?" that you need to respond? Please comment below. And in the meantime, if you would like private coaching with me, you can contact me at theartoflove.net and we will send you the rates. If you're listening to this on YouTube, please like, subscribe, and share. If you're listening as a podcast, please rate and review. And finally, remember that love inspires, empowers, uplifts, and enlightens.